Hey guys, what up? Total Control 871. As promised, our trailer has been delivered. This is the AOSOM Elite 2 cargo trailer with a maximum capacity weight of 180 pounds. What I'm going to be trying to do here is to use my pause button as much as possible to keep the video as short as possible, okay? So we're going to do like an unboxing, and I'm going to do what I can to keep the video as short as I can. Hopefully this will work. If you leave the phone idle for too long, you know, while it's paused, the camera application will just simply shut down, you know. So we're going to give this a go. You know, this is the problem with apps, you know. Okay, that's a whole nother topic. All right, here we go. All right, so we're going to start our unboxing. I've got my backup knife here. We're going to use this to get this sucker undone. All right, and let's start the unboxing. We are now open. This is how she comes. Packing material. That's always good. Let's see, what do we got here? Ah, yes, our wheels. Look at how shiny and new. Ooh, all chromy. Definitely different than its predecessor. All right. Shiny and new chromy wheels. Ooh, chromy wheels. You know what I'm gonna think about doing? They have something called Flex Seal, and as pretty and chrome as those wheels are, I am thinking about spraying them with black Flex Seal, you know, to prevent it from rusting again, because it's just a matter of time before they're exposed to the elements. You know, this is our side guard bars. I'll show you how they attach. Second one. Trying to move along here so we keep our video short. And here is our rain fly cover. Looking nice. The color is nice and saturated. Lord knows the old one was sun bleached and faded. This is the sachet. Yeah, that's our tools. It comes with its own tool. I'll show you that in just a second. It comes with everything that you need to assemble it. All right, I'm going to need both hands to bring out the main body. So, just a moment. All right, out of the box, and we've got some interesting developments. Apparently, the trailer is now a metallic black. I think I like it. I like it a lot. It is now a metallic black paint, and hopefully that paint will help to hinder rust. Although, as we saw in the autopsy video, there was no rusting. You know, thank God there was no rusting of the main flatbed. You know, the frame of the trailer held up very well as far as rust. Let's flip her over. What I did not cover in the autopsy was that the trailer is indeed collapsible. You know, it lifts open, and our arms swing open to hold her open, you know. So this is a large capacity cargo trailer that the wheels can detach. I'll show you more on that later on. And this trailer can completely collapse, you know? Completely collapse for storage. All right, I'm going to see what I can do now to get our wheels together. That would be our first, I think that's our first order of business here. Getting our wheels together. Just a sec. All right, guys, we're back now. Sorry, we've got Raptors overhead, so there's a local Air Force base here. Okay, so I have now unpacked our red sachet, our little sachet that came with, inside of it, we found our instructions. Our instructions are without written language, most likely because this thing ships all over the world, so it's all visual. I have assembled these wheels twice before. Like I said, this is my third trailer, and those are instructions for hitching it to your bicycle. So you have 3 different types of washers to work with here, and those washers would be right here for each wheel, okay? And as I stated, it comes with its own tool, because here we see that this tool, it instructs you on how to use it to apply the various washers onto our quick release axles. This is the axle that, you know, it was inserted into, let's see if we can zoom here. Can you see that? So our axle, let's see if I can use some forced perspective here. Hold on. Bring it out a little bit. Can we see here? So our axle, it has to insert into that quick release, that axle bracket underneath the trailer. So it inserts into there, and of course, before that's even done, our axle has to go through, through our wheel. Oh shit, I think I just kicked out the damn, this is the bearing. Let me stop fucking around with this thing before I fuck it up. But these are our bearings. The bearings got burnt up, destroyed. The axle snapped in half. So for all you guys out there, you DIY guys, God bless your heart, that are saying to me, oh, it can be repaired, you can do it. You guys are probably guys that have your own Colin Furs, the British, he is the British MacGyver. I mean, he is MacGyver on steroids, okay? Check out his YouTube channel. Total shout out to Colin Furs. The dude is just fucking awesome. He can make fucking anything, okay? And the reason why he can make anything is because he has an incredible amount of engineering, education, and more importantly, he has a magic tool shed, so to speak. His shed houses every kind of fucking fabricating machine and tool you could ever possibly need for working with metal and other stuff. So I don't have that. You're talking to a man who has I've got this, I got this multi-tool, and I've got a set of Allen keys, Park Tool Allen keys. That's it. That's all I have in my repertoire of tools, okay, guys? So, yeah, for me to repair that trailer, I would have to first probably purchase a couple of $100s in tools to even get started. So, And like I said, our trailer here was only $100. Oh, by the way, I was a little bit off when I said $177. It's 177 Canadian dollars, but thankfully for the US it came out to 135. So it was still $35 in shipping, you know, a third of its cost. Jesus Christ. All right, anyway, okay, let me get started with assembling our axle here. I do not think this is the lengthiest part, by the way. As you can see, our trailer, it's just about assembled. You know, all it needs now is its wheels put onto it. I think I'm probably going to have to end this, because if I were to hit pause, you know, assembling the axle and the trailer, you know, the wheels, assembling the wheel hubs, that's going to be a lengthy thing. I just don't think that the phone will stay on pause that long for me to do it. You know, I don't know, maybe I could try, but you know, I'll try. What we're going to see. So I'm going to hit pause and we're going to see, you know, we're going to follow our step 1, insert through the hub. Okay, so hold on. Okay, guys, I'm back now. I have our axle through our wheel. Basically, it was nothing more than just simply me sticking it through. That's it. And according to our instructions, because the pictures are a little blurry, but I think they have helped you out with that. So we're on step 3 now, you know, inserting all the way through step 3, and they have numbered the different types of washers, and they have shown them right here. So washer number 1, let's see if we can get our washers out. Okay guys, I got my washers out and I have them assembled. I know it's against a black thing, but I think you should be able to see it okay. So this is our washer number 1, silver, and it is flat. Silver and flat. Washer number 2 is rippled. Our rippled washer. That's going to go on second. And then our horseshoe, that's what I'm calling it. Horseshoe washer, that's number 3. Okay. And I think, so, you know, that's per wheel. So, you know, that's per wheel. So, let's see, did they give us extra? Yes, they did. So, you know, if you screw up and break one or lose one, you know, they have some extras here for you, and that's good. And like I said, here's our tool that goes along with it. I think the only tool that you need this for is for our horseshoe washer. The last time I used this tool, the teeth on the washer were not, you know, these little hooks, they were not ground fine enough, thin enough, pointed enough, and it was next to impossible to get them to go inside. You know, it has to hook inside of that. Got these damn flies coming around. You know, hook inside of that and to apply and to put it onto, you know, as shown here, you know. And that's how it goes on in our step 3. So we're going to be doing that. So what I'm going to be doing now, I got my axle through my hub, and number 1, you know, number 1. It's pretty easy. Number 2. Pretty easy. And to keep them in place, I am now going to have to wrestle with the notorious number 3 horseshoe washer. Gonna put you on pause, and hopefully this will work. Back soon. And I'm back. I'm going to estimate that took about 2 minutes. It wasn't that hard. Um, don't panic. One of the things that I'll tell you is that the horseshoe washer, it is more pliable, okay? It's more malleable than you may be thinking. I'm gonna see. You know what? Hold on. Let's see. How can I do this? Let's see. Hold on. Maybe see, where's our cameras? That way. Gotta set this phone down just so, because I just want to show you really quick the malleable nature of the horseshoe washer. Okay. Do this as best I can. Oh shit, I don't know if you're getting it. Okay. Like I say, some fit better into the teeth than others. So you might want to fidget around because you have extras. Here, matter of fact, speaking of which, let me grab another one. Don't move. Come on, son of a. Okay. Let's see. Just a second, people. Okay, yeah. All right. So this one fits in a lot better than others. And see, I know I'm not really in focus, but see how it'll just spread open? So it does stretch. It's more malleable than you think it is. So that's what you're going to be fighting with. That's the hardest part to owning and assembling this thing. This one step right here. Okay? I'm going to hit the pause again, and I'm going to assemble our second wheel. And we are back. Okay, so we have our second wheel assembled. Also, I wanted to make sure you understood that horseshoe washer, you know, it doesn't completely encompass the axle. So it's going to stay like a horseshoe shape. But what it does, its function, it's so very tight. And believe me, it is tight. And it has to be tight because it has to keep all of the other washers and the axle from, like I'm pushing. Believe it or not, it is that one single washer that's creating all of the tension that keeps the axle through the hub of the wheel. So, yeah, that is how it functions, Come on, is this thing focusing? What if I were to tap? Come on. Is this thing functioning? I'm trying to get this focus. There is. Okay. I don't know. The AF is showing up on my display here, and I don't know if it's telling me that the autofocus is functioning, not functioning. I don't know, but I will show you how this. Let's see. Come on, is this thing going to focus or not? We'll just close this up, closing down our trail, turning her on the side, and all right, here we go. We are now going to insert into our, now it slides down in. See, she slides down in, but because there is that, see that catch at the end of the axle, kind of makes like a dickhead. So it goes down in, and we then have to squeeze the quick release, and there you go. Pull it back out maybe, and she's locked in, completely locked in. There you go. What is up with this focus? Let's see. I have no idea, but this phone suddenly doesn't want to focus anymore, and that's strange. All right, so we're going to do this for the other side. Slide her right on in. Ow, shit. Pinch my damn finger. Just slide. Pushing her in.